Hey, yo! Welcome back to the Dugout and Beyond. So, of course, in the last month or so, we've had some crazy news. Of course, NBA, massive trades going on, which actually have not seemed real. They kind of seem like they kind of should be kind of a dream at this point. We have some NHL news going on just all across baseball, with the Dodgers signing everyone that they can possibly find that has a pulse. But we still have some more crazy news that kind of came out just not too long ago. Is an insane stat that we have that with Anthony Rendon, who of course has been on the Angels for the last few number of years, who of course won the World Series in 2019 with Juan Soto, who's of course taken that massive deal with the Mets after he played the year with the Yankees, and he went to the Padres after winning for a massive deal, then came and all that. We all know the huge thing going on, and now there's actually kind of something even bigger that I saw that the media found out, is that since 2020, Anthony Rendon, who signed a massive 7-year, $245 million all-guaranteed contract with a $4 million signing bonus with the Angels from 2020 to 2026, the Angels have had 28 third basemen play for them since then. While since 2020, the Nationals, who of course were the team before him, only have played 19 third basemen since him. I think right now that the Nationals, granted they have not been really good at all in the last couple of years. They're kind of building up, getting some new guys. Of course, they drafted Cruz from the LSU. They've had C.J. Abrams for their for shortstop, and kind of just building up their youth here, trying to build up this team and make it something in a couple of years I can give them. As with the Angels, they're like, hey, we got our all-star center fielder with Mike Trout, who unfortunately has been basically like a fragile piece of glass for the last number of years and kind of can't really stay in the field. I think that I made a video on that, how he kind of maybe wants to play DH. I'll watch. You can definitely watch that. I'll pin that in this video. But yeah, this man has played since 2021, because in 2020 we of course had the shortened season of 60 games, where he actually played almost the entire season of 52 games there that season. I'm not really counting that because that's probably the amount of games he wants to actually play in his entire career throughout the season for the rest of his career. Since 2021 to 2024, last year, the Angels have played 648 games. In that time, we have Anthony Rendon playing in only 205. That is well less than half of the games then. He's been hurt. Yes, I think that he's actually had some actual injuries in his knee. I think it was his arm. Fine. He's played and then gotten hurt. Whatever. But there's other times where he just doesn't want to play. How do you not want to play a game where if 99% of the people out there in the world are like dying out here, and are the 99% of the people that won't ever make it, and of course will never make it to the majors because their time has passed, as basically they're not as good as the 500,000 other people in the world that are playing. He has made it to the majors and is just not wanting to play. He's kind of been like throwing off the media. Hey, like, are you here? He goes, well, I'm here, aren't I? Like, my family comes first, and this. Like, yes, we understand family comes first. That comes for basically probably everyone in the world. That family comes first, but they also put the time down and say, hey, let me go make my money. Let me go make this worth it and have this happen. So yeah, this kind of just is unfathomable at this point. We also had the Angels come across, and they probably said in the front office, we don't know what Anthony Rendon is going to do this year at all. We might lose him. We might have him the entire year. But they went out and signed Yoan Moncada from the White Sox for 1 year, $5 million. Didn't do so great. 48 at-bats last year with 11 hits, no home runs, 275 average, 4 runs, no RBIs, which kind of doesn't make sense with 4 runs. 1 stolen base, which I'm kind of impressed about, honestly, even though it's 1. With a slugging of 400, OPP of 356. Hey, that is chump change to what Anthony Rendon is making, and that just shows that Moncada is actually in it to play the game, and I'm kind of respecting that more, that he is signing that, and kind of respecting to see maybe is this the Angels actually waking up and saying, hey, we don't know what we can do with this guy at this point. So I don't know what they have to do, because he's playing a game that 99% of the people out there would sign for a couple $100,000 to go and play, while he's getting paid $2.25 million, almost $250,000 here. Basically, he is with that $4 million signing bonus. He's basically making $250 million in these 7 years. That $4 million is already banked in. He bought a mansion out in LA, probably somewhere. For me, I love LA. I know there's a lot of people out there that don't like it, but yeah, I would love to live out there. But besides the point, that this stat came out, and I was like, there's no way that they were going to play basically 10 more third basemen in the last 5 years than the Nationals have had, and the Nationals have not been good either. So crazy stats to have come out while we got spring training right around the corner, with the first game coming up Thursday, February 20th, with the Cubs against the Dodgers at 3:05 p.m. Whereas the next one, of course, the next day with the Rays against the Yankees at 1:05. But hey, we got spring training in like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Not even kidding. It's kind of insane how fast it's going to be coming up right now. So hey, drop what you think about. Drop in the comments what you think about Anthony Rendon the last couple of years after he's been on the Nationals to win that World Series, and just see what happens. So yeah, he's won a couple of MVPs here, which I don't really know how. One All-Star, two times Silver Slugger, and of course the World Series. So yeah, it's kind of insane. Highway robbery right here, as you kind of can already tell from what has happened. So I'll see you on the next one. Peace.